lovely frosty day. Hello again. I didn't take my camera with me last week. What's that? Oh, shut up. What was I doing last week? Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks actually. So did me Croatia, then did a few days on beat and something else, I think. Cool, my blooming memory. And hopped back in the straw truck last Monday to find it was losing water. There's some black trailers for you. On the other side of the fence, as they say, quite literally. It was badly losing water, so on the Tuesday it got worse, so when I was tipping close to chassis cab DAF dealers, so decided to run it in there, drop it off. And also that morning my phone had stopped working, which is brilliant for a phone that's a couple of months old, so I couldn't phone anybody if the truck had broken down. Anyway, got in the chassis cab, suspected head gasket, not good. It's not the exhaust brake, is it at all? No, that's the wipers again. So anyway, so that put the kibosh on the straw for the week, so I dropped on the sugar beet. That's right. Did a couple of days on beet. I think I did a day on something else, but I can't remember. Anyway, I hadn't taken my camera, so I wasn't quite organised enough. Then Monday, so yesterday, I actually had a day working for Chassis Cab trade plating, which I didn't take my camera because I wasn't really sure what the crack of the job was. So anyway, all we did was down there for 8 o'clock in the morning, which is very civilised, and hop in a van out to their place at Cambridge, collect a brand new DAF XF for Turners of Soham, run it to their depot at Soham, back to Cambridge in a van, pick up another, back to Soham, drop it off, back to Chassis Cab. Job done. Well, done by sort of 2 in the afternoon. It's ideal. But when I'd gone into work, I'd noticed that the straw machine was still sat outside, and I thought, well, that's not a good sign. Doesn't mean it's in bits being fixed. So I messaged the guy at Wig who worked for there. So he made a few phone calls, and the decision was made that I'll take the truck back to the yard and they'll strip it themselves and see what the problem is. So after trade plating yesterday, I then jumped in the straw motor, drove that back, got a lift back to me van and went home. So the straw truck is now in the workshop being stripped to see what the problem is and whether it's just head gasket or whether it's going to be a whole new engine job or what the problem is. So we're now trying to figure out a demo or a rental motor just to get the straw going again, because there's a lot to go still. So with that happening, my work had gone again, so a few phone calls made, not a lot of joy. I spoke to the agency who I'd signed up with ages ago, I'd done a couple of days for, so I just messaged them and they came back to me about just before 5 yesterday with a job for MRCT. A lovely 10 o'clock start, that's very civilised, so I could got up this morning, walk the dogs, had some breakfast, trundled into work, saw my lovely friend Michelle, who she helps to organise Swedefest. So I had a chat with her, and I'm now in the truck. I've got to run a trailer over to Bernard Matthews at Holton, where I've run out of before, hopefully drop and swap, and then I've got Chelmsford and then the Isle of Sheppey. So both Aldi, as in the German supermarket. I've been told that Chelmsford isn't self-tip anymore, and I'm not sure about Sheppey, so see what the day brings. I don't really care if it goes to the 15 hours, that's ideal, because I'm not working tomorrow because it's a Trans UK old boys Christmas dinner, So originally I was going to do a morning on the straw, just run a load in, tip, come back, and I could either take the truck to the mill or get back the yard. Obviously that's gone up the Swanee. So yeah, I've now, so I've got tomorrow off, then Thursday Sam's birthday, so I'm taking that off, and then Friday I've got a day with Terry Seaman, back on the grain, or possibly Sawyer, whatever it is, but looking forward to that because I always enjoy working for Terry. I'm sure I've said it before, I personally think his trucks look great in that chestnut brown. I think it's a lovely colour, and it's nice to have a traditional livery still going, and it's just, there's no real stress or aggro. I get on well with Terry and I think everybody there, it's just an enjoyable place to go and do a few days sort of thing, so looking forward to that. And then as for next week, which is the last week before Christmas, who knows? It's all depending on what truck is available, and whether there's a straw truck or not. But I've kind of put my name down at Chassis Cab because they're really busy trade plating. Pardon me. So worst case, although I'm scuba diving on Monday, so when you look outside now, you might think I'm, well, you probably think I'm mad anyway. Stupid, definitely stupid. Anyway, that's another course I'm doing. So in the pool on Sunday, and then outside at Gildenborough Quarry on the Monday. So I mean, I kind of hope it's just warmed up a bit for the dive interval, really, because once you're in the water, under the water, the temperature's warmer than what it is here because it's not frozen solid. So that'll run us up to Christmas, and then I've got a Kepstow Freight reunion on the 27th of December after a moped run, so more coldness. And then it'll be back to work for a couple of days, again depending on whether there's a straw truck or not. If there's not, then hopefully it'll be on Sugar Beet, and then we're into the new year, and then it's 2023, and I really don't know where 2022 has gone. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the same. It's just crazy. So yeah, another year gone, another year around the sun, however you want to put it. So yeah, a bit of a short break this year, just going to keep sort of rolling. Might as well. There's not really been a Christmas rush this year. By the look of things, typical Audi driver, can't indicate. Well done. Yeah. Another year I've been pumping out this nonsense on YouTube. Oh dear. And somebody did ask me about like engaging and disengaging the PTO, so I'll hopefully do a little bit of that Friday. It is very simple, but at least you've got a rough idea. Like I said to him when I commented, a good, well, any boss really will be showing you roughly what you've got to do, because otherwise you physically can't tip. You can't just sit there pressing buttons hoping for the best, can you? So but yeah, annoyingly, the two trucks are trade plated, both had full PTO with like two different takeoffs, and when I saw the switches, like, right, I'll do a quick video of that with my phone, and then probably totally forgot. So never mind. But I think the chap's going on the bulk haulages in tippers or possibly walking floor. Anyway, that's for Friday, something to look forward to. I might even perhaps try and do a bit of filming at the Christmas dinner, maybe. I don't know, I'll see if I remember to take my camera. So that'd be something nice for them to say and see, I don't know. Oh dear. So yeah, so today, yeah, just got to go and drop and swap first, and then off we go. But being as it's, what was it, the 12th, 13th of December, there's not going to be much daylight. My first drop is booked at 3 in the afternoon, so by the time we get there, it's going to be starting to get dark. So don't know how much filming I'll actually get done today. I'll do my best. Whew. I don't know how radio DJs talk all day, every day. I know they've got records, I'm sure I've said this before. I suppose they're like me, they just repeat themselves an awful lot. Oh dear. What to do? Oh, anyway, with that, I'll stop filming for a minute. Let's see what the day brings. Right, so there we go, we're on the bay. Actually live loading it today. So it's all fairly quiet around here at the moment. So hopefully get done fairly soon. And today you can call me Davey. Well, half an hour it took to load 6 pallets. God, just free for Chelmsford, free for Sheppey. Entire waste of a trailer, really, isn't it? But there we go. I've just met a chap. I'm sure it was Steve from Wenniston, who said he watches me videos, and he knows my mate Simon, who I know does, and he's the one who's got me to work on the straw, and he knows his boy Ed, so we had a very quick chat, which was nice. So hi Steve, thank you for the kind words. I'm booked in at Chelmsford at 3, I'm going to be there by about 2. As it's Audi, I don't know whether they'll take it early or not, as it's 3 pallets. Hopefully they might. If not, I'll have to sit and wait an hour, I suppose, won't I? I might just stop and have half an hour somewhere on the way down. That way I'm only half an hour early sort of thing then, aren't I? And then it's going to be leave there and get across the Dartford crossing, which will be fun. Right, there's the phone. Well, I thought, as I'm so early, I'll swing in a Chelmsford services, have half an hour, just finish my break. Just because, why not, you know? Because I was going to be over an hour early, and I thought, I don't know whether they'll get the hump or not, because I don't really come into Audis, and I know some of the other ones are really funny about you being too early, but it's only 3 pallets, so if I have a half an hour break, then I'm only half an hour early, and then if they send me away, they send me away, I'm not fussed. So just gonna wheel round the corner here in this winter wonderland. This one's probably just come out of there. It's my old mate Gilson. I wonder if he'll see me as he comes around. I suppose he's going in for his break. This truck's filthy. Filthy, I tell thee. They've done some improvements here at Chelmsford. Some, not enough. Where you come off southbound on the A12, they've changed the roundabout which is good, because that was a pain in the hole, as they say. I don't want to be over there. And they've put a set of lights here, which is quite handy for getting stuff off the A12, but not really for getting around here. And you know, put temporary lights up, that would work, wouldn't it? You would have thought. But being as I'm in Essex, I just drive how Essex people do, because no one really cares today. They drive pretty terribly. sorry any viewers from Essex. I'm not talking about you. If you watch these, you're all right. That fine bit of parking on double yellows. Curtains round, are they? No, let's change. I forgot to clean my near side mirror, which I need to do. Right, so where is Aldi? Is that Lidl? That's Aldi stores. So do I go in this way? Or is it? I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one up here. Yeah, Sheepcoats. That's what the address says. Ah, yeah, this will be there. Another MRCT. That looks like an old pub. Well, I reckon by the time I get through this queue, I expect it will be 3 o'clock. Now, I thought this was Lidl, but I presume not. And what's the betting there's room on that MRCT truck in front of me? There's a Morrison's truck coming out of Aldi. That's quite comical. Why? Maybe there is a Lidl here as well. I don't know. Yeah, I bet there's room for 3 pallets on that one there. Maybe this is the Christmas rush after all. Ah, good Lord, Horatio. Quarter of an hour. In fact, there's even less than that. The chap said if I want to stay for quarter of an hour, half an hour, however long I want, I can. So, for a quarter of an hour I'll do, I'll go and play with the traffic. I'll lose enough time in that, won't I? So, yeah, because he saw it's only 3 pallets. He said, I'll get someone on you straight away, mate. Oh, lovely. So, that's a bonus. So, see what Aldi's at Sheppey is like. Whether it's the same or not. Again, even if it is self-tips, only 3 pallets, isn't it? If I have to wait an hour for paperwork, I have to wait an hour for paperwork. Don't really care. So, do you like my ringtone? I'll call him back in a minute. Oh no, what's going on? I was. Right. On the handbrake. Right, well, that was decidedly painless. What result? Well, that's going to be a right nightmare. So, should be down there for 4:30. Oh God, it's like being in a daff, all these electrical fault. Well, it's not electrical fault. Well, maybe it is an electrical fault. I don't know. Pardon me. I've got a feeling my next booking's at 6. I'm going to be down there, well, 4:30 it's saying, but the A12 and the M25 to contend with, so I'm not really that optimistic about that sort of timekeeping. Yeah, it's basically 2.5 pallets up the front. It's bugger all. And they strapped it in for me. In for me, in for me. They've all got it in for me. Said somebody once, I can't remember who. I expect he's going to park there for the night. Integrity trans. Not much integrity about them. Right, where we go? London bound. Right, straight out. Have some of that. Yeah, they're doing all this work up here. I'm putting in a new bridge by the look of it. London. Well, at a 6 o'clock booking, it's now 7:15. Yeah, so I know something's not working. Got in there, this, oh yeah, self-tip. Said yeah, it's no problem. It was only 3 pallets. Thought I'd probably even use the old school manual pump truck, but wandered back to the bay and a chap come over with his long forklift thingamajig. It took us longer to get the door open because someone before had locked it and nobody had noticed, and I didn't know. It's been so long since I had to deal with a door on a bay. So once we got the door up, he zoomed in there, got the 3 pallets off, lovely. So ramp off, close the door, wandered back. The paperwork will be just 5 or 10 minutes, so then took me about that to go and wander all the way back the other side of the warehouse to go and have a wee, and wandered back. They gave me the wrong paperwork to start with, so I had to wander back again, get the correct paperwork, shut the doors and off we go. Empty, job done. 7:15, back for a bit gone 9. That'll do. Nice steady day. As long as the roads don't play up too much. Need to pour myself a coffee out my flask, finish that. Yes, so yeah, self-tips go, that was pretty good really. I don't know whether he's just bored or keen, I don't know. I never asked anybody to come and tip it, but I did sort of say, oh, it'll probably be quicker for you. So yes, pleasantly surprised really. I think the horror stories come when you've got multiple consignments and a full load, I presume. Not something I had to contend with, luckily. So mooch back. Why do you keep telling me it's not working? I know. It's Daft Friday, so I'll be back to that again, obviously, when I. What I didn't realise, because I was so early, I stopped at Medway Services for an hour just to kill some time. I thought rather than go down there and be turned away too early, I'll just kill an hour. And I thought I'll still be early. Well, junction 5 of the M2 is shut, which I didn't realise, and it's about a 10-mile drive down to junction 6 to turn around and come back up, which actually then made me sort of bang on the 6 o'clock. So It's quite lucky, really, mind you. There wasn't another person in there. If I'd been a bit late, I don't think it would have really mattered, to be honest. I was the only person on the bays. So yeah, just a nice steady plod back to Suffolk now. Over the big old bridge. The Ardeshep. What was the Ardeshep famous for before it became a hub of supermarket industry? I wonder. If you're from Kent, if you've got to let me know. It's another one of them things that I talk about and I'll completely and utterly forget to have a look at. It's quite a nice looking old bridge down there. The old bridge, I guess. Don't know where it goes. God, I'm talking to myself again, aren't I? Anyway, I'm going to sign tonight off, I think, because it's just going to be dark all the way back. A dark A12 is even more boring than a daylight A12. So the next time you see me will either be at the Trans UK Christmas dinner, if I remember to take this and I actually do something there, and if not, I'll be in a little Terry Seaman daff, I guess, unless I'm in a Foden, which is very unlikely, but hey, you never know. So anyway, good night from me, good night from me. Well, morning all. It's a bit fresh out still on Friday. I've just loaded at Crettingham. A little bit small getting out of here, but and it's certainly small coming down the road as well. So I think I'm going to be running back and forth all day to this farm because I think there's 9 loads to come out of here, which, I mean, my mate Andy loaded in front of me. Even with the 2 of us on here, we'll never get that many. It takes half an hour to load. So what's now, 20 to 8. Grain terminal in Ipswich shuts at 5. I mean, Terry's already asked Andy if him and his boy will work tomorrow, if need be, just to like one load each sort of thing. So I don't know how many more are going to be coming on to this. The biggest problem is not the traction down here, but how slow it is at the grain terminal. It's normally shockingly slow. So only time will tell. But I'm going to be hitting Ipswich at rush hour. Thing is, from here, the most direct route really is dropping into Ipswich itself and going through town sort of thing, which isn't ideal. I mean, I might just be ahead of rush hour and I might not. But otherwise it's quite a long way round to go out to the like A140, A14. It's a long way round doing that, and then you've got to drop all the way back in. So oh dear. As long as I don't meet nothing coming down here. Now I can actually see it because it was pitch black when I come down this morning, so I couldn't see some of these branches or the ice. So I never filmed anything at the reunion because it was all a bit chaotic really. I was a little bit later than what I expected, and then someone else was quite a lot later and he'd had a blowout in his car, and then there was confusion as to who actually wanted a Christmas dinner and who didn't, and I think old Paulie Rowlands wanted to get a photo of us all and never even managed that either. So there we go. It's you know, we were there, that's the main thing. Nice to see them all again. find out who else is coming down here, if it's coming back, to give them a ring and make sure that we're not going to meet each other on this road. Sensor telling me I'm closer to the bank than I presume. So Terry's got a couple of XFs, not many, and I'm in one of them today, which makes a change. A little CF. It definitely feels warmer this morning in the air. It's meant to be warming up by Monday, I believe. So the truck's saying it's -3. Don't really feel like it out there, to be honest. My cue to turn the lane departure off. And the straw truck should be back together, and it should be all up and running by Tuesday for me to go back. Should. Someone asked about how a PTO sort of works, or how you engage it anyway. So I'm not sure if this will work or not. If I can turn the screen round whilst I'm filming on my phone, I don't know, hang on. Okay, so in this DAF, that's the button that you use there. Looks similar to sort of a diff lock. And if you've got like a walking floor or powder tank or something, you'll quite often have two. You'll have a PTO 1 and 2. And then down by the step, you have the lever, which is just up and down. As it's not engaged at the moment, you just tip up for up, down for down. I shan't do that because I'm weighing at the moment. And then come and check the weight. Learned out of an auger today. So motor's a bit filthy. So just put a big pile on the front and then up to the back, and then I'll shuffle back in a minute just so I get a little bit in the middle. It shouldn't be sort of far wrong, I hope. Famous last words. So there we go.